exactly why we are raising this question. Bakit may blanco sa bicameral report? As you've said, this is the first time and very important kasi kung blanco yun doon, and I think marami nga nagsasabi na these are just fabricated, trying to sow intrigue and controversy. But the truth of the matter is, kung Sid, hindi lang naman ikaw yung nagsabi, actually, from last week, na may blanco nga. Even some lawmakers now are coming out and saying na may nakita nga sila na bicameral report na may blanco nga. And even news media outlets are already reporting that. And I think that's a valid question to raise, no? Na bakit nga ba may blanco? And that's the start of all this discussion. And right now we are also lucky, no, that we are joined by of the former Secretary of the Department of Budget Management. I think there's wala nang ibang mas credible pa na pwedeng sumama sa usapin na to, Kong Sid, no, to also get his thoughts on this matter. Attorney Wendell, you've heard sides of the discussions on this particular issue. What is your take on this, sir? Being, being the main guy before who also looks into the budget of the government.
Maraming salamat, Harvey. Gusto ko lang situate ang sarili ko. No? On the part of DBM, what is its involvement?
Correct.
Now, from the very start, as already intimated and discussed by Congressman Sid, ang may poder talaga o kapangyarihan na gumawa ng budget base sa Philippine Development Plan at sa Medium-Term Development Plan at base rin sa kung magkano ang pwede talagang gamitin pera para matugunan ang mga pangangailangan ng bansa. Yun yung dadaan sa TBCC yun. Kasi una bes, ang Department of Finance magsasaad kung magkano lang ang available at magkano uutangin. Dahil kasi, whether we like it or not, meron yung tinatawag na automatic appropriation na gusto man natin o hindi, kailangan, sovereign, obligation. At saka, yung tinatawag na General Administrative Support Services, kasi tatlong aspeto sa budget preparation yan. Yung MOE, or maintenance and operating expense and other expenses, at saka yung capital outlay. No? So, yun. Ang kabuuan nun, yun yung tinatawag na National Expenditure Program, which the President i-recommend niya sa Kongreso. Kaya nga dadalhin yun sa House of Representatives. Kasi sila yung talagang may power naman na mag-appropriate base doon sa pangangailangan ng bansa at base sa rekomendasyon ng Presidente. Meron din silang kailangan gawin at sinabi na nga ni Kong Sid. Ang nakita ko lang din na para sa akin, napakahalaga, ay pagka nagkaroon ng problema o tanong o katanungan doon sa paglalakbay ng budget proposal, no, na nakapaloob sa bill, no, yung General Appropriations Bill. Yun kailangan malaman ng taong bayan yun. No? Kasi pera ng taong bayan yung ginagamit ng gobyerno. At base na rin sa mga nakasaad na, no, nabasa na natin at nasabi na nga ni Kong Sid, hindi po pwedeng magkaroon ng enrolled bill, no? Na kung ang pagbabasihan ay salat sa kung ano yun dapat talaga na ilagay sa enrolled bill. Ano yun? May mga blanco doon sa Bicameral Conference Committee report at hindi maipaliwanag kung paano nakarating o nangyari na nagkaroon na ng mga figures o filling of the blanks doon sa enrolled bill. Merong gumawa nun kung sino man hindi natin alam. merong nag-utos nung kung sino man yun, hindi natin alam. Kasi text to tango. Hindi ko naman kung ako, technical staff, hindi ko pipilapan yun. Kung walang nagsasabi sa akin na mas mataas sa akin, yan lang ilagay mo, yan lang ilagay mo. Wala akong sinasabing kung ano man sa mga members ng bicameral conference committee. But I think it behooves on them, to explain their side. Kasi sila yung nag-approve. Sila yung pumirma ng conference BICAM report na siyang naging basihan ng enrolled bill, which was duly certified as correct by the Secretary General of the House and the Secretary of the Senate, and signed by the Speaker of the House and the Senate President. Kaya ngayon, pagka nangyari na yun, at that is the proof na niratify na yung output ng Bicameral Conference Committee. Kaya nga nagkaroon na nung enrolled bill. But still and all, the question persists na kung ganun pala at may mga blanco, ano nangyari at nagkaroon ng kumpleto na enrolled bill? So yung gap na yun, kailangan ipaliwanag sa taong bayan para maunawaan nila kung ano man ang nangyari noon, kung sasabihin nila, nakaligtaan nila, kung ganot ilang pages yung nakaligtaan nila, sobra naman yata yun. Tapos ang mga senador at mga miyembro ng House of Representatives na nandoon ay siguro naman binasa nila yun. At kung binasa talaga nila yun, makikita nila na meron talaga mga blank space. So, sana at that point in time, ginawa na nila ng paraan na hindi aabot sa ganitong sitwasyon na ang daming katanungan ng taong bayan patungkol sa 2025 national budget natin na aprobado na ng Presidente, subalit merong mga pag-aalingalangan, merong mga kuro-kuro, merong mga iniisip ng ating mga kababayan na meron yatang kamalian na nangyari dito.
Correct. I think it's a valid question. It's a valid question na tinatanong natin as Filipinos and as citizens na gusto natin ng sagot. Attorney Wendell, while we're talking about DBM, it's good that you're here. Kasi one of the first agencies, I think sila nga ang pinakauna is DBM, who immediately released a statement regarding that discussion. No? They said, if I may read, this is their statement dated January 20, released by the Department of Budget and Management. This is to address malicious and irresponsible allegations surrounding the fiscal year 2025 GAA. First, allow us to categorically deny the spreading accusation stating that the FY 2025 GAA signed by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. contains blank pages or figures. These allegations are completely false and reckless. What has been presented by certain misinformed individuals are pages from the Bicameral Conference Committee report and not the General Appropriations Bill nor the GAA. It is important to note that under the 1987 Constitution, it is the bill, the GAB, and not the BICAM report that is officially submitted for the consideration and approval or veto of the President. It is the GAB with all its details that is controlling and is presented to the President. Once signed, the GAB becomes the law, the GAA. To reiterate, the bill presented to and signed by the President is a complete document with no blank pages or missing details. In no case does the Executive issue a GAA with blank pages or figures. With this, we urge our fellow Filipinos to be mindful, cautious, and to first verify information before making any allegations. Clear and accurate understanding is critical for constructive dialogue. And then they appeal to our kababayans to avoid spreading false information. Communication is a powerful tool that can make or break a nation. Let us use it to promote unity and understanding, not to sow discord, hatred, and division. After all, we are one nation.
Mauna siguro mag-comment ako. May I comment there? Tama naman na yung sabi nila, yung basis is the General Appropriations Bill. Yun ang pipirmahan magiging GAA. But ang tinatanong natin, yung BICAM report, which is the product of the conference. the result of the conference to reconcile. Kasi may output nga yung House, may output ang Senate.
Correct.
Yung bicameral conference committee report, yun ang
Yun naman.
basis ng enrolled bill. Paano ka magkaroon ng enrolled bill na may blanco naman? So yun ang tinatanong. So please do not deflect the issue. We are not spreading false information here. Kasi congressman ako, pinadalhan ako ng email, meron akong na-receive na copy na bicameral conference committee report. At hindi lang ako, may mga lumabas na nagsabi na nakakuha sila ng mga kopya ng bicameral conference committee report.
That's true.
So, yes, tama yun. Yung GAB ang magiging GAA. Ang tinatanong namin, ang basis para gawin yung enrolled bill ng GAA is the bicameral conference committee report. May blanco yung bicameral conference committee report. Okay? So, that's what makes things questionable. Paano na-filled up at paano nalagyan ng figures yung GAA. Blanco yung bicam report mo eh.
So ano
So,
ang naging basis?
you cannot disregard or you can never belittle the bicameral conference committee report. Kasi yung katulad nung comment ng isang USEC dito.
Another interesting thing, we have a undersecretary, no? And this is public naman, ito sa Facebook. She commented that to further clarify, the BICAM report is not the bill. And we understand that due to numerous details involved, it has been the practice of the BICAM committee to leave certain items blank in their report when they refer to sections of the GAB that they do not intend to alter or amend.
Ma'am, please review your basic budgeting knowledge because never ka makakita ng ngayon lang ito nangyari na mayroong bicameral conference committee report na blanco because pipirmahan yan ng members. Second, it will be ratified by the plenary ng both houses. So you cannot present a blank bicameral conference committee report. So please do not belittle the bicameral conference committee report because that is the reconciled agreement, that is the reconciled figures of what the two houses has conferred with. At saka pinirmahan yan, inaprubahan yan ng BICAM nominated by the plenary. At the same time, i-ratify yan. So, you never can belittle the bicameral conference committee report. Ang nangyari ngayon, questionable, highly questionable kung bakit may blanco nga yung BICAM report.
Thank you, Kong Sid. Attorney Wendell, gusto lang din sana natin maintindihan ba, ang department, the DBM, in the entire process of creating the budget for the government, ano po ba talaga ang mandato ng DBM at kailan kayo papasok sa proseso, sir? Para maintindihan din po namin.
Kaya yan tinawag na Department of Budget and Management. No? Yung unang aspeto dyan, yung sa gagawa ng budget proposal, no? Yung National Expenditure Program, DBM talaga yan. Ngayon, pag ang enrolled bill naging batas na at napirmahan na ng Pangulo, papasok naman yung aspeto ng management. No? Kasi kami yung nagmamanage ng budget. How it's going to be implemented based on the approved General Appropriations Act. So kami nag-release ng pundo, pinoprogram namin yan. No? Subalit sa aspeto ng paggawa naman ng batas, except for the budget hearing proper of the various departments and agencies, pagka po dumaan na sa proseso ng legislatura yan, kanila po talaga yan. Wala pong involvement ang DBM yan unless ipatawag sila at any given time. But otherwise, it's really just a pure legislative act. Kaya nga, siguro yung pagkabasa ko rin na sinasabi na dahil sa maraming detalye, it has become the practice of the BICAM. ano bang posisyon niya? Ano bang involvement niya dyan na masabi niya yan? Na yan, ang Kongreso lang ang talagang dapat magsalita patungkol dyan kung bakit nagkaroon ng blanco. At tama naman siya na pagdating sa General Appropriations Act, wala naman talagang blanco doon. Kasi kumpleto na yun eh. Pero kung balikan natin kung paano nag-evolve yung General Appropriations Act, doon lumalabas yung issue. At ito nga, nandun sa Bicameral Conference Committee report na yun ang gusto nating malaman ng taong bayan. Kasi pera ng taong bayan yung naka-involve dyan eh. At ang atin lang ay maipaliwanag lang ng Kongreso kung paano nangyari na nagkaroon ng ganyang klaseng sitwasyon at pinirmahan naman ng mga miyembro ng Bicameral Conference Committee ang report na nakita naman nila na ang daming blanco. No? So, it behooves upon the members of the BICAM Committee, of the Bicameral Conference Committee, to explain. No? Dahil sa kanila nakasentro ang usapin ngayon.